So here's another classic Italian favorite, eggplant parmesan. I'm gonna show you a really cool way to make it. Got some eggplant here. Look how giant this eggplant is, isn't it great? Eggplant's really good. It's actually really good for you. There's a lot of really good things about it. It's very fibrous. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up our eggplant. We're gonna do this in rounds. This is actually one of my brother's favorite dish. He makes this and he makes it really great. I'm gonna show you the plant-based version, right? So we're gonna do eggplant rounds, about a 1/2 inch thick. Now again, a lot of times when you bread things, this is a breaded and baked dish, you'd use egg. Well, instead of using like an egg replacer or a fake egg, we're just gonna use olive oil, which works for a lot of preparations. If you have anyone who can't have egg or has an egg allergy, you can always use olive oil instead. So I'm gonna take my olive oil, dip my eggplant in it. I've made a breadcrumb mixture with some Parmesan, vegan plant-based Parmesan, my Italian style breadcrumbs. Now I bought these breadcrumbs, they do have some seasoning in them, but you could buy plain breadcrumbs, just season them up real good. Italian herbs and seasonings, basil, oregano, salt, pepper, whatever you want. This is really simple. I'm just going to bread this up nice and good. I want to get a nice good crust on it, okay? We're gonna bread our medallions, our eggplant. This Parmesan, this plant-based Parmesan is a little shredded. So what I do is I like to break it up with my fingers a little bit and then leave some of the shred. You're gonna get a really nice cheesy flavor out of that and nice consistency and texture. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on our baking mat, okay? Just gonna prepare a couple of these up. Dip them in olive oil, get it nice and soaked in there. Eggplant sometimes can be a little moisture rich. If you notice that your eggplant is really wet on the inside, sometimes they are, you might want to slice them up, let them dry up a little bit. You can salt them a little bit too. That'll draw out some of the moisture. Paper towel. These are actually nice and dry, so that's going to be perfect for this. We're going to just dip these in our breadcrumb Parmesan mixture. Super nice. Look at that. Smells so good too. This reminds me of my Nana Madeline. She used to love to make eggplant parm. She would do stuffed artichokes, which I think we're going to do for you one day too. Put these on the baking plate, right? And again, we're just going to get these nice and soaked in the olive oil. Get a nice breadcrumb crust on them. This you got to use your hands for. You got to get a little bit dirty, right? Get a little good breadcrumb and a little Parmesan in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these in the oven. We're gonna bake them for about 350 degrees. What we wanna do is we wanna get a nice browning on them. We're gonna get that cheese and that Parmesan breadcrumb crust nice and brown. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull them out of the oven. We're gonna get a pan, put a little marinara sauce in there. Again, you can buy marinara from the store. This is one of my favorites. There's a lot of great brands out there. We're gonna put the marinara down. We're gonna put the eggplant parm on there. I'm gonna top it with a little of our plant-based mozzarella, and then we're gonna bake it in the oven again, and then we're gonna pull it out. So I've got one ready to go, so I'm gonna show you right now. Look how good this is. You are gonna love this. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that, nice and baked, crispy golden brown breaded eggplant medallions, little marinara on top, little vegan mozzarella on there. Get it nice and melted. If you want to turn your broiler setting on a little bit, I did at the very end, just get a nice crisp on top. And you have all plant-based eggplant Parmesan. And remember, for those of you that know, plant-based is the way to go.